My name is Edwin Chabari, and I'm the manager of the Kakuma Refugee Camp, including the KALOBEYEI settlement. These are real human beings. They have experiences just like we have. Most of them are highly schooled people. Kakuma 1, 2, 3, and 4, the total population is around 210,000 people, plus around 80 to 90,000 for at KALOBEYEI. I'm saying around because we require time to be able to tally the collective figure because people are coming and they are leaving. So when you come here as an asylum seeker, the first place that we welcome you is at the reception center, and you are given some basic facilities. First of all, we have to question these people to know whether they are real asylum seekers or they are just people who are coming here to cause trouble. Because there are quite a number have been discovered to have done so. We call them onward movers. Once you are received within the host country, now like Kenya, you become an asylum seeker, and we give you what is called an asylum pass, an asylum seeker's pass.
Indeed, the number of refugees is increasing. There are a number of issues that contribute to this issue. Majority of these refugees are coming from southern Sudan, and that is only basically because of the proximity also. I think proximity is also playing a role. Others are coming from Uganda. You understand there's a group of LGBTQ also which came and settled in Kenya because of their own concerns. There are also Rwandese and also Congolese who also come. But interestingly, there are also some other refugees who are in Dadaab from some communities who decided to also relocate to this camp here. The rule is very strict on how you can repatriate refugees. And of course, the refugees, you cannot chase them away unless it is voluntary. The population of the host community is actually the area is sparsely populated, and therefore the rate of crime is very low. With an exception of the refugee camp where the area is densely populated, and of course the different people, different cultures which are there, the incidences of insecurity there tend to be much higher than incidences within the host community. We have one police station, that is the Kakuma police station, and two police posts. One is in Oropoi and the other one is KALOBEYEI. But within the refugee camp, we have 11 police posts. There was a time when the host community felt that probably the refugees were benefiting a lot, more than the host community. And therefore, that discussion of an integrated settlement scheme came up, and that is why we have now the KALOBEYEI settlement scheme, in such a way that we have the host community and the refugees come together and they live together. They do shopping together, they do their marketing together, they sell and buy goods from either side, depending who has brought those things.
The government has seen it clearly that both the refugees and the local people can reside together, can be settled in one place, and they can coexist. The land that houses the KALOBEYEI settlement was given by the government, that was by the local community. And then UNHCR and other partners assisted the people to settle by giving them tents plus other materials. Majority of the people from in KALOBEYEI settlement are Southern Sudanese, and there is also a big number of Burundians and Somalis. But currently, the biggest number is from Southern Sudan. There are schools within the camp. We have 29 primary schools, and to be specific, 9 secondary schools. Both the refugees and the local people can access these schools. But because of the big numbers, even some children from the refugee community can access schools outside the refugee camps.
The beautiful thing is we have quite a number of refugees who go to the host community schools. And we also have some host community students who go to the refugee schools. Of course, education matters are being handled by the Ministry of Education. Currently, the UNHCR with its partners are sponsoring the teachers within those camps. They manage the schools, but of course when it comes to matters of examination, it is being handled by the national government, as it were, Ministry of Education and NECA. So the exams that they do are the same exams that the host community is doing, and it is being managed like any other exam.
Within the camp, we have around 9 TVETs that are training young people in all the trades, by the way, mechanics, carpentry, metalwork, all of them are there. We have and a number of cases of particularly very young people committing suicide. It's rather unfortunate. We attribute that to the mental stress that they undergo within the camps. You know, sometimes living within the camps can be torturous. Here, maybe you came to the camps alone. It may take the authorities here a lot of time to be able to determine where the other members of the family went. We have instances where 11 to 15-year-olds are living in Kenya, and we do not know where the parents are. So you don't expect those people to be mentally fit. It takes a lot of time. But we have a department here that is supposed to trace where the relatives are. But it takes time. Yeah, because some of them may have learned to Uganda or even to Congo, or people from Congo may have learned away up to Kenya. It's a bit torturous. So mental problems are always there. They are a challenge, a very key challenge.
There are cases which are there, cases of SCGBV, there are cases of early pregnancies, there are cases of course, child abuse, but all cases are there being dealt with at the police station, and if it warrants, they're being taken to court for redress. Sensitization is being made, and also action for the culprits is also being taken, so that this thing can be done away with. If you wake up in the morning, you realize that there are so many people who move from the host community to go and work in the refugee camp. The host community has benefited a lot in terms of employment. There are people who are working there as shopkeepers, security guards. They work within homes of other refugees and such like things. So actually, I would say the relationship is cordial. There's a lot of business that is taking place within also Kakuma refugee. The businesses, quite a number of them also belong to the refugees.
You go to most of the agencies that are working here. So many people who are registered as refugees have formal employment. Yes. And not only among the agencies working here, even outside. There are so many people who are registered as refugees, and then they are working outside. The Refugee Act of 2021 gives the refugees all those powers. They can now access employment, they can practice their trade in Kenya, they can do anything that gives them, that economic freedom.
Right now, as we are speaking, the refugees are allowed to register themselves in a group, and they are registered within our offices, the social services department. They are registered. We have given quite a number of them some certificates that they can participate in economic activities. It is the intention of the government to deliver service to the refugee camps, and the refugees now are encouraged also to pay taxes so that they do the due diligence with regard to issues of taxes.
Look at Kakuma. I'm telling you, almost 90% of the Kakuma, as it is today, is like that because of the refugees. If it was not for the refugees, Kakuma would be a ghost town. would be even far much worse than just go to a place like Refugee, where the first group of refugees were settled. A time like now, Lokichogi is a ghost town. Once, when the refugees were brought to Kakuma, Lokichogi almost completely disappeared.
There could be individual problems, but you cannot categorize as if the entire host community is against these people. There was a time when the community said, if these refugees are going to be removed from here, we also need to be removed because they have become part and parcel of that. So the relationship is very harmonious. That is what I can tell you. A few complaints that, oh, probably the refugees have this, we don't have this, and these are the issues that are being addressed by the government and also the partners.
These are real human beings. They have experiences just like we have. Most of them are highly skilled people who are professionals in their own fields. They offer a lot of support. Most of them are people who have, a lot of information when it comes to issues like businesses, when it comes to issues like education, when it comes to issues like health, and so many other areas.
We really encourage that as much as we are doing something for the refugees, we also do something for the host community, because we cannot talk of integration. We cannot talk of integration. When we have segregation in terms of benefits or in terms of support.